Hello, and welcome back to Passages 22 YouTube channel. Today we are looking at the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. We have been directed to page 12, passage entitled Attract the Good Instead of the Bad. It begins with Johnassaraf. Here's the problem. Most people are thinking about what they don't want, and they're wondering why it shows up over and over again. The only reason why people do not have what they want is because they are thinking more about what they don't want than what they do want. Listen to your thoughts and listen to the words you are saying. The law is absolute, and there are no mistakes. An epidemic worse than any plague that mankind has ever seen has been raging for centuries. It is the don't want epidemic. People keep this epidemic alive when they predominantly think, speak, act, and focus on what they don't want. But this is the generation that will change history because we are receiving the knowledge that can free us of this epidemic. It begins with you, and you can become a pioneer of this new thought movement by simply thinking and speaking about what you want. Bob Doyle. The law of attraction doesn't care whether you perceive something to be good or bad, or whether you don't want it or whether you do want it. It responds to your thoughts. So if you're looking at a mountain of debt, feeling terrible about it, that's the signal you're putting out into the universe. I feel really bad because of all of this debt I've got. You're just affirming it to yourself. You feel it on every level of your being. That's what you're going to get more of. The law of attraction is a law of nature. It is impersonal and it does not see good things or bad things. It is receiving your thoughts and reflecting back to you those thoughts as your life experience. The law of attraction simply gives you whatever it is you are thinking about. Lisa Nichols, author and personal empowerment advocate. The law of attraction is really obedient. When you think of the things that you want and you focus on them with all of your intention, then the law of attraction will give you exactly what you want every time. When you focus on the things that you don't want, I don't want to be late. I don't want to be late. The law of attraction doesn't hear that you don't want it. It manifests the things that you're thinking of. And so it's going to show up over and over and over again. The law of attraction is not biased to wants or don't wants. When you focus on something, no matter what it happens to be, you really are calling that into existence. When you focus your thoughts on something you want and you hold that focus, you are in that moment summoning what you want with the mightiest power in the universe. The law of attraction doesn't compute don't or not or no or any other words of negation. As you speak words of negation, this is what the law of attraction is receiving. I don't want to spill something on this outfit. I want to spill something on this outfit, and I want to spill more things. I don't want a bad haircut. I want bad haircuts. I don't want to be delayed. I want delays. I don't want that person to be rude to me. I want that person and more people to be rude to me. I don't want the restaurant to give away our table. I want restaurants to give away our tables. I don't want these shoes to hurt. I want shoes to hurt. I can't handle all this work. I want more work than I can handle. I don't want to catch the flu. I want the flu and I want to catch more things. I don't want to argue. I want more arguing. Don't speak to me like that. I want you to speak to me like that, and I want other people to speak to me like that. The law of attraction is giving you what you are thinking about, period. Bob Proctor. The law of attraction is always working, whether you believe it or understand it or not. The law of attraction is the law of creation. Quantum physicists tell us that the entire universe emerges from thought and emerged from thought. You create your life through your thoughts, and the law of attraction, and every single person does the same. It doesn't just work if you know about it. It has always been working in your life and every other person's life throughout history. When you become aware of this great law, then you become aware of how incredibly powerful you are to be able to think your life into existence. Lisa Nichols. It's working as much as you're thinking. Anytime your thoughts are flowing, the law of attraction is working. When you're thinking about the past, the law of attraction's working. When you're thinking about the present or the future, the law of attraction is working. It's an ongoing process that doesn't press pause. You don't press stop. It is forever in action as your thoughts are. Whether you realize it or not, we are thinking most of the time. If you are thinking or listening to someone, you are thinking. If you are reading the newspaper or watching television, you are thinking. When you recall memories from your past, you are thinking. When you are considering something in your future, you are thinking. When you are driving, you are thinking. When you are getting ready in the morning, you are thinking. For many of us, the only time we are not thinking is when we are asleep. However, the forces of attraction are still operating on our last thoughts as we fall asleep. Make your last thoughts before going to sleep good thoughts. Michael Bernard Beckwith. Creation is always happening. Every time an individual has a thought or a prolonged, chronic way of thinking, they're in the creation process. Something is going to manifest out of those thoughts. What you are thinking now is creating your future life. You create your life with your thoughts because you are always thinking. You are always creating. What you think about the most or focus on the most is what will appear in your life. Like all the laws of nature, there is utter perfection in this law. You create your life. Whatever you sow, you reap. Your thoughts are seeds, and the harvest you reap will depend on the seeds you plant. If you are complaining, the law of attraction will powerfully bring into your life more situations for you to complain about. If you are listening to someone else complain and focusing on that, sympathizing with them, agreeing with them in that moment, you are attracting more situations to yourself to complain about. The law is simply reflecting and giving back to you exactly what you are focusing on with your thoughts. With this powerful knowledge, you can completely change every circumstance and event in your life by changing the way you think. That was a passage from the book The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, entitled Attract the Good Instead of the Bad, page 12 through 17, again in the book The Secret. I do intend that this passage was insightful and helpful for you. Thank you so much for visiting Passages 22, and I hope our paths will cross again soon.